Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with Conti. And when I change the camera view, I know you guys sometimes aren't just looking at me. I'm going to be sitting there in that chair. You'll be looking around the office and be looking in the background. And yes, Robin in Colorado, that's your Corvette. Yeah, that one right there. It is great to see you guys. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We have a couple of fun Corvette things to talk about. Man, I was looking through footage that I haven't aired yet, like I was talking about the other day. I have 3 track sessions that I haven't aired with you guys, and that's part of the Corvette life that I'm discovering that I do want to share with you guys, because it does encourage you to start doing other things that you never thought that you could do. And once you do, you're like, wow, this is a lot of fun. Our hosted track day at the NCM Motorsports Park. Those highlights are still to come on the channel. Pit race, what ended up being, I didn't know was going to be my last session on Pit Race. They sold that facility, and I thought that they were going to make it and still keep it a racetrack. Somebody said they're making that a freaking data center? My goodness, GM used that track to promote the launch of 2023 Z06. What a beautiful track. What a great way in a controlled environment to enjoy your hobby of sports cars, especially Corvette. Yeah, they did open up 3 more sessions. All were sold out in minutes, so I don't have an opportunity to get back there. So we're going to share that session is basically the point I was trying to make. And then I was just recently, I've been to the track many times, never been on the track, driving it at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. And that was a blast. Those of you that joined us on the live through Instagram, thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Yes, I even one point was not paying attention to the flags you're supposed to. And I'm driving around. It's like later in the day, and then all of a sudden I had more room and there wasn't a lot of people around. And then the 2 guys in front of me got black flagged and went in. And then I kept driving and I'm like, wait a minute. Now I started feeling uncomfortable. And I'm like, I'm looking at the flag towers. No one's black flagging me. I'm like, did I miss a flag? So I pulled into pit and I said, hey man, did I miss a flag? He goes, no, you're good. So I screwed up 2 laps that, by the time I got back out there, it was another lap and a half and we had to come in anyways. It was the end of session. So that Mid-Ohio highlight, I'm so excited to share with you guys. That is coming soon here on the channel as well. And coming up in just a second, I want to talk about this incredible painting that's available for you guys. We're also going to share a very short send-off, Pat. He's 80 years old, and you guys are going to love him. And today's feature on Coffee with Conti is literally a hot rerun for you guys. But first, a special happy birthday to my oldest son, Brandon. 30 years old this weekend. Wow. Man, I love you, buddy, and I'm real proud of you. In fact, I want to share this real quick. He was 12 years old playing baseball in Wisconsin and smoked this ball over the wall. In fact, he was the only one to get a home run that day. I'm not kidding you. He smoked that ball, and it was great to be there to see that, witness it, and then see the reaction from the crowd. They're all like, hey, did you see that out there? It was a proud moment for Dad. Absolutely. Happy birthday again, Brandon. I love you, buddy. Hey, you guys know this past August, I attended Corvettes of Carlisle for one day only. We got to do that. You can't see everything in one day. What an incredible event that is. We're going to be there all 3 days next year for sure. But I was also very fortunate to attend the Chip Miller benefit dinner. And during the auction, that's when I bought this guy. I had to have him. But the item that stole the show is this beautiful, iconic painting from Dale Piper from the River Cities Corvette Club in Kentucky. The original painting is just stunning. You guys have an opportunity to buy the reprint, and it's on the special canvas. I'll put a link to his website down below in the very first comment. It's probably up on the screen right now as well. But Dale was kind enough to frame this and send it to me and autograph it. He says, Rick, thanks for all you do for the Corvette community. Life is good. Regards, your friend, Dale. Man, this is awesome, very special, and yes, I would love to have this icon displayed in my office, but where? I'm going to find a spot. This is beautiful. And I know I have a mature audience, so you guys really do appreciate how iconic the 63 split window is, especially against the American flag. This is something proudly to display in your living room, your garage, your man cave, bedroom. I mean, come on, guys. This is awesome. Check out that link down below. And every painting that you guys buy, he donates $75 to the Chip Miller Foundation. Dale, nice job. Thank you so much. All right, guys, going to do a quick send-off pat for you. Past customer, great guy, been so supportive. I love our candid conversations. You watch all the stuff on the channel. Thank you. A lot of people are going to want to know, a guy at 80 years old, what are you doing buying a Z06?
Because they can, because they can, because they can.
That's I love you, baby. Give me some of that.
It's just that simple, Rick.
Joe, thanks for everything, man.
Likewise.
You're a blast. I wish you the best. All right. I should have had a camera on him. I was telling Becky, when you started this, you already knew, but when you started it, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly right. Enjoy it, my friend.
All right.
Congratulations. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate everything. Here we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sharing in his moment. Love to be a part of yours. Email address is up on the screen. We've got a send-off pat for Joe and Becky going back to Kentucky winglets. We're going to run those too. Thanks, buddy. Enjoy that 26 C06 because you can. So today's feature on Coffee with Conti, I mentioned, is a hot rerun. We were just talking about the NCM Motorsports Park, our track day. My friend Gregg flew in from California and participated in that. And we're talking at dinner one night, and I'm thinking, you know what? One of the great videos we've done on this channel, most of our audience has not seen it. So we're going to replay that for you today. And Gregg took the time to compile all kinds of great data on how hot it is in the back of a C8 Corvette. Thanks for watching. Hey kids, your new Corvette is more than just a cool sports car, it's an awesome cooking machine. That's right, it gets so hot back there, you can make all the American favorites. Hamburgers, tacos, chicken. You can even roast marshmallows in the back of your Corvette. But leave the ice cream up front. Now check this out, kids. Get the batter, mix it up. Close your hatch, drive at 100 miles an hour for 3 minutes, and you can bake a cake. Little Susie's Easy Bake Oven has nothing on your C8 Corvette. What's the C stand for? Confection. Well, people see from the thumbnail me holding melting ice cream, and I'm hoping that's not where you got the idea to come up with this experiment and how hot it gets back there in that storage area by the engine bay. So where did you get the idea to do this? Because I got to give credit where credit is due. Today's show is thanks to your idea. I really appreciate having the opportunity to share this, but where did you come up with this, man?
It was basically we were my wife and I were taking the car. We were going to a park to meet with friends, and it really wasn't a very long trip. But when we got there, I went to take the chairs out of the car, and the metal on them was super hot. I'm thinking, man, I don't know if I want to put anything perishable or anything that's subject to, that would be subject to heat in this thing.
Unless you were trying to cook something, I guess, but I mean...
Well, yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm going to show the folks the results of your data, which is a drive that you did over the weekend, and then the drive home where you did a little bit more spirited driving, and those results are just astonishing to me. Folks, hang on a second. You're going to love some of these graphs that Gregg gave us, but what I'm looking at right now is what you used to gather the data. What is all those wires back there?
Yeah, so the device that I use is called a Fireboard. It's basically fireboard.com. I use it for when I smoke, like, briskets or anything.
Yeah.
And it's a very accurate probes that you can use for that. And you can do up to 6 probes, and then as you can see by the graphs, it data logs everything. So what I did, basically, I used 5 probes. I used 1 for the engine bay that I just wire tied to one of the cables for the magnetic ride, suspended on there. And then I used 2 on the upper part of the trunk, and then 2 on the lower part of the trunk to try and get some, what the variance was between the different areas within that space.
Yeah, that's really well thought out, and there was a lot of variance in those temps, but overall, like you said, it's just too hot to put any type of food in there for any length of time.
Yeah, I wouldn't put any food or medication or anything like that in there. Maybe just a quick trip to the store down the street kind of thing, maybe be okay. But other than that, no, absolutely not. Just like clothes and, golf clothes would be fine, or, chairs like I had in there would be fine. But, nothing that's perishable, like you were saying.
All right, well, that's really interesting. I'm going to show the folks now the rest of the data. Thanks again, Gregg. Nice job, as always. Hey, Gregg, this is awesome and very intriguing. So let's take a closer look at the 2 trips that Gregg took and the temperature variances along those trips. So here's my initial note that I got from Gregg, and I think you're going to find the analysis extremely interesting. It all started off, he says, Rick, based on a recent trip, which I had some objects in the rear trunk of my C8, I found that they were extremely hot when I arrived home, so I decided to try a little experiment. This past weekend, we took a road trip, and I set the car up with 5 temperature probes with the data collection device by Fireboard. Now, the readings may or may not be 100% accurate, but you can certainly see the trend. My feeling is the temps aren't that far off, given that I checked them with an infrared thermometer before starting.
So we're getting ready to leave. The indoor temperature on here is the actual temperature that this thermometer is reading. The outdoor temperature is a probe that's in the frunk. And I'm going to take a couple of temperature readings on the probes just to verify. So this is the right probe. This is the left probe. This is the left lower probe. And that's the right lower probe.
All right, so let's look at part 1 of his test. This first day, approximately 185-mile drive, estimated 3 hours. Outside temperature, when he left, was 73 degrees. Relative humidity at 55%. So here's a chart from that first drive, and you can see from the chart that the maximum temperatures were not achieved until approximately 30 minutes into the drive, and then fell sharply approximately 30 minutes later, and then leveled off. Gregg said, I can't think of why this happened other than some additional cooling kicked in on the C8 as the temperatures remained fairly consistent throughout the rest of the trip until we actually stopped where it shot back up again. Also, what is interesting is the temperature in the engine bay dropped below the temperatures recorded in the trunk area the majority of the trip. And here's another graph that Gregg made for us showing you the average temperatures in each of those 5 probes that he'd set up. And his conclusions? Well, this was a casual drive on the freeway, not much pushing of the car. In fact, a good portion of this drive was with the cruise control on. The lower passenger probe measured over 100 degrees for a total of 30 minutes and temps in the 80s and the 90s for almost an hour. Similar reading on the other probes, which confirms my initial thoughts that it gets hot in that rear trunk. We all know that the engine bay is going to get hot, but what surprised me is that it peaked, dropped off, and then leveled off. I attribute this to the casual driving on this leg of the trip. So let's take a look at his drive home. And he said for this drive, we left late afternoon and the outside temperature was 87 degrees. Remember on his first trip, it was 73 outside. For this drive, we took a canyon drive from the coast and then down along the coast for a good portion of the drive. This drive was a much more spirited drive, and I believe the data in the chart below supports this. This drive had much higher temperatures and peaks as I was pushing the car, and I guess I should have expected this, but I was still surprised. However, the temperatures again here in the engine bay dropped sharply, indicating to me that some additional cooling was going on. Now look at this graph. This is the average of that second trip, and you can see here that the engine bay got as high as 153 degrees. Gregg said, what I found interesting here is that the average in the lower passenger section was higher than the engine bay average. I'm not sure what's going on in that part of the trunk. My conclusions, as you can see, the max temps are higher here, which can be attributed to several things. Number one, the outside temperature was higher at the start of the drive. Number two, we've been driving around at different locations before starting the temperature recording for our drive back. And number three, the drive was longer, and as I mentioned, more spirited driving through the canyons as opposed to a more straight freeway drive heading out. But I took your data and had a little fun with it.
Hey kids, your new Corvette is more than just a cool sports car, it's an awesome cooking machine. That's right, it gets so hot back there, you can make all the American favorites. Hamburgers, tacos, chicken. You can even roast marshmallows in the back of your Corvette. But leave the ice cream up front. Now check this out, kids. Get the batter, mix it up. Close your hatch, drive at 100 miles an hour for 3 minutes, and you can bake a cake. Little Susie's Easy Bake Oven has nothing on your C8 Corvette. What's the C stand for? Convection.
Hi, this is Gregg and John from California,
and you're watching
Rick Conti's Corvette Vlogs.
Anybody want any of this before I do the thumbnail?
Go for it.
Sure. You hungry?
It's all ready.
I know. Hang on, I gotta get it. Gotta do it like this. Gotta run down my arm, so. Do another one. And I'm trying to think of another pose. One more. Oh, hang on. Drop it. Just want to get that effect. Ice cold. One more. Okay. We're done. Nah. Well, hang on a second. I gotta get my camera. Hang on.
It's because it's still on fire.
Look back at me. Perfect.
He's like a little kid with his first pitch.
Oh, and a special thanks to our friend Chuck over there for cleanup on aisle 5.